So in the previous lecture, we have started with our chapter number 5, uh, that is tenders and the contracts. Okay, we have started that particular part. Now in the tenders, we have started, I think, with the definition, what is tender and what are the different categories of the tender. Just we will take a small recap of the yesterday's lecture. What are the tenders and what are the different categories of the tenders. So tender, it is nothing but an invitation from the owner to the contractor to execute some work, civil engineering work at a specified cost in a specified time. It is published in the form of the tender notice in the newspapers, notice boards, or the gazettes according to the cost of the work. Okay, now most of our tender works are published in the newspapers only. Okay, and also you can see the tenders online also. Okay, in the previous lecture also we have gone through that using Maha e-tenders. Okay, you can just click on that. You can just put it in the Google. So that is e-tenders, Maharashtra state government, Maha e-tenders, and you will come to know about the different tenders which are open right now, having the cost more than 3 lakh rupees. Okay, so offline tenders, the cost is less than 3 lakh rupees, and online tender, uh, you can see the cost if it is more than 3 lakh rupees. Okay, but if it is less than 3 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees, then at some particular points, or at some particular maybe districts, I can say, or any region in the Maharashtra, you have to go there to that concerned department, concerned authorities, and you have to check whether any tenders are open having some lesser price, maybe 50,000, 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh rupees, and then you can fill the tender form, then tender will get opened. Okay, so that part we have discussed already. After that, we have gone through the classification of the tenders, that is open tender, then sealed tenders. Open tenders are nothing but the oral talk or a written document between the engineer and the contractor for a certain small or certain job. uh, that open tender will be there, and sealed tenders are nothing but invited for the important and the huge or the big projects. Okay, and which are nothing but hand written documents are there. Okay, then limited tenders, only selected number of people or selected number of contractors are invited to quote their rates, only very few. Okay, if I know some special work is going on, suppose only road construction is there, so I'm interested only in road contractors, why I'm going for the building contractors. So in that case, I will just select some few only few contractors who are interested, or who are having the experience of the road construction activities. Okay, then single tenders, these are nothing but invitation is given only to one firm. Okay, only to one firm. Whenever uh, um, you have you are having some small work with you. Okay, you are interested to do some particular work, and you know your 10 friends are there who are the experts in doing that, or who are experts in executing that particular work. Okay, so what you are going to do, you are directly giving them that particular work. Okay, that particular firm, by quoting the rates and some negotiation. Definitely, as you are going to give work to the single person directly without inviting the tenders or without making any competition, you are going to make the negotiation, definitely. And then last category we are going through as a right contracts. Okay, so usually it is adopted for the supply of the materials, machines, and the tools. Okay, it specifies the supply at a fixed rate during the period of the contract. Okay, then for a contract to be valid, there must be an offer from the owner in the form of the tender notice to get some specified work to be executed, and there must be the acceptance. Though you have invited any work, okay, you have opened you have published any tender notice that this work is there, but definitely whomsoever the contractors who are going to fill that tender, and suppose one of the contractor has got their work, so that contractor must accept that work with the all terms and conditions. Okay, to execute that particular work. Okay, so both offer from your side and acceptance from the other side. Okay, there should be it should be there, and it should be legal to make a valid contract. Please remember such things. Your contract should not be like that there is no communication between the client and the engineer. Okay, and everything must be written documentary. Okay, no verbal communication, no oral communication. Okay, we're not, no any court will keep blindly trust on the oral communications which are happened if some illegal or if some issues are there with the contract documents. Okay, so every document, please remember, you, whenever whichever document you are going to prepare in the future, every document must be written one. Okay, and must be signed by the authorities, must be signed by the client, by the engineers, by the contractor, whomsoever who are dealing with that particular contract. Okay, otherwise your contract is not considered as a valid. फक्त आपल्या सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग फील्डमध्ये म्हणा किंवा इतर कुठल्याही फील्डमध्ये म्हणा, फक्त बोलून नाही बाबा फोनवरती बोललेलो आहे किंवा ओरल कम्युनिकेशन केलेलं आहे. ओरल कम्युनिकेशन सपोज काही इश्यूज झाले, कोर्टामध्ये जाण्याची वेळ आली, तर कोर्ट तुमच्या ओरल कम्युनिकेशनला ग्राह्य धरत नाही. व्हॉट रिटर्न डॉक्युमेंट्स यू शुड हॅव. तुम्ही एखादा मेल सेंड केलाय, ईमेल, अगेन दॅट इज अगेन ऑथेंटिक इन प्रोफेशनल, इट्स अ प्रोफेशनल वे ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन, ईमेल रायटिंग, because emails, you will have some documents for that also. You can take the printout of the emails, whichever email you have sent. Okay, so whatever the communication which is going to happen, it should be written and it should be on the paper. Okay, or it should have some in the soft copies also, it may be. Okay, but it should be signed by the both parties. That is why these contracts are very much important and very much sensitive. Now let's begin with the, I think we have started with that also, procedure for inviting tender. I think we have completed this part also. First is nothing but the preparation of the tender documents. As I said earlier, it is done by the junior engineers or the assistant or the executive engineer who is going to invite the tender. Basically, tenders are invited by the executive engineer. The authority is with executive engineer. But making the tender documents and some whatever the primary, whatever the study that we require, that requires just a minute. They can take the help of the junior engineers or any other engineer who are working over there. Okay, so issues of notice inviting the tender or the call of call of the tender notice, then submission and opening of the tenders. After issuing the notice or after issuing the advertisement in the newspapers, people are going to, or different firms, different companies are going to fill the tenders. Then that tenders, after submission, a successful submission of the tenders, these tenders are going to get opened. Okay, so submission, opening of the tenders, and their scrutiny will be there. Scrutiny म्हणजे पडताळणी. ठीक आहे, जे काही टेंडर तुम्ही भरलेला आहे, सगळे एस्टिमेट बरोबर काढलेला आहे का, कुठे चूक नाही ना. ठीक आहे, प्रत्येक गोष्ट बारकाईने तपासली जाते, तुम्ही काढलेलं एस्टिमेट. ठीक आहे, त्यामध्ये कुठे लॅक्युनस म्हणजे काही राहिलेलं आहे का, कुठला पार्ट मिसिंग आहे का, की जो तुमच्याकडून मिस्ड आउट झालाय. ठीक आहे, then acceptance of the tender and award of the contracts. Okay, acceptance of the tenders and the award of contracts. ठीक आहे, टेंडर ऍक्सेप्ट करणे आणि त्यानंतर त्या टेंडरची स्क्रुटनी झाल्यानंतर ते टेंडर अवॉर्ड करणे. ठीक आहे, these are nothing but the basic steps or the procedure I'm saying for making any, for inviting any tenders. Okay, after this, yes, let's begin with the very important topic, that is nothing but information to be given in the tender notice. Now what information you are going to look in any particular tender notice. Okay, so what information should be there in your tender notice? First is nothing but name of the department. First is nothing but the name of the departments. I'll just second one, name of the department means whether it is PWD, irrigation, Maharashtra Jal Pradhikaran, NHI, or any private company firm is there, company is there. Okay, so name of the department, it may be WRD, water resource, MSRDC, any concerned government department. Okay, PWD, SEEDCO, HUDCO, MHADA, your maybe ZP, maybe Mahanagar Palika, whomsoever the concerned authorities. So name of the department should be there. It should be at the top. You are going to see it. I think in the last lecture also we have gone through sample copies of the tender notices. Correct? Still today also, if time permits, I will show you some tender notices. So in that notice, you are definitely going to see the name of the department. Okay. Then name of the work and the location. What is the name of the work or nature of the work? It is a road construction from this particular, that is from our engineering college to Gopalpur. So survey number is there. Okay. Or some numbers are there. So nature of the work is road construction. In that road construction, again, details are given, whether it's a flexible pavement, whether it's a rigid pavement. Okay. Construction of the rigid pavement from engineering college, Sweri Engineering College to Pandarpur. Okay. The span is around 10 kilometers or whatever it may be. So name of the work and its location is, it should be there in your tender notice. Then designation of an officer inviting the tenders. Now designation basically is nothing but your Karyakari Abhiyanta, that is your executive engineers. Okay, basically NITs, that is notice inviting the tenders. Okay, this authorities, uh, as per my knowledge, it is given to the executive engineers and above higher authorities. Okay, but not below. No junior engineer can invite the tender as far as government departments are considered, government authorities. Okay, that authority is strictly adhere to the executive engineer and above post, maybe chief engineer, superintending engineer. Okay, then your secretary. Okay, so they are having the authority to invite the tender. So executive engineer and above post, they can invite the tender. Okay, and if some issues are there, then as per the decision taken by the concerned department, they will hire one person or they will select one person who will invite the tenders. Okay, but that is the rare case which is going to happen. Basically, your Karyakari Abhyanta, whom so we called it as your uh, executive engineers, your maybe that authority is restricted to again SDOs. Okay, divisional officers, they are also having in some cases. Okay, they are also having the authority to invite the tenders. Then last date and time of receipt of tender. So after opening of the tender, there is last date which is mentioned. So suppose tender is opened on the 14th of September, that is today. So maybe 15 days span will be there. Okay, around. It is not exactly every for every work 15 days are there. For some work it may be around 7 days. For some work it may be around 20 to 30 days. So it will depend. But general case I am discussing is around 15 days. So suppose today, that is 14th of September, some tender is been there. Okay, tender notice is there. So up to 29th of September, anyone can fill the, so that is eligible can contractors or the firms can fill the tenders. So last date is mentioned and again time of the receipt of the tender. Okay, time of your submission and time of their opening, everything is mentioned. Okay, when the tender is going to be opened, suppose 14th September. So on 14th September, when the tender was opened, so exactly at 11 a.m. in the morning the tender was opened, or exactly at 4 o'clock in the evening the tender was opened. When the tender was going to close, okay, that is last submission date, that is 29th of September in the morning 11 a.m. or in the evening 4 p.m. or in the evening 5 p.m. So exact time and exact date was it should be there in your tender document. Okay, then period of availability of the tender document, as I said earlier, it may be 15 days. Generally it is 15 days. Okay, but it may be 7, 20 days in any other cases. Okay, it depends on the nature of the work. Then whether that authority wants to finish that work on urgent basis, priority basis. Okay, so they will curtail down the tender of that tender, that is period of availability of the tender also. Okay, it may be restricted to 3-4 days also. Okay, that will going to be changed. It is not a constant. Okay, but as a client, if you are as a firm, as a company, if you are filling the tender, you should carefully observe the period of availability. Otherwise, no, you thought, no, sir, 15 days are there, na? So I will fill the tender on 29, that is on the last day. You may face some problem and you are not able to fill. So you have to carefully observe with how much time span they have mentioned, and because this time span matters a lot. Why? Because that gives you sufficient time to study about that particular work. As I said earlier in my last lectures also, before filling the tender, you should have a thorough knowledge about the type of the work and your available resources for that particular work. You should have some idea about that particular work, and again you have to check your capacity also, whether you are able to complete the work within that stipulated time, whether you are having all the machineries, manpower, material available to you, whether you can finish that particular job if you are getting if you are getting in that stipulated time span with that much of profit and that much of cost which has been there mentioned in the tender document. So site location and site study, okay, basic study of the concerned work for which the tender is opened, you have to study it in detail. That is why this period of availability is very important. ठीक आहे, ते काय 15 दिवस फक्त एक वेळ आहे म्हणून देत नसतात. त्या 15 दिवसा सपोज 15 दिवसाचा कालावधी असेल, आय विल स्पीक इन मराठी ओनली, ओके. तर या 15 दिवसाच्या कालावधीमध्ये तुम्ही त्या साईटवरती, ठीक आहे, त्या साईटवरती जाऊ शकताय. त्या साईटवरती गेल्यानंतर आपल्याला कुठल्या प्रकारचं काम आहे, तिथल्या साईट कंडिशन्स काय आहेत, तिथे लोकली अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेस काय आहेत, तुमच्याकडं मॅन पॉवर, मटेरियल्स, मशिनरीज, इक्विपमेंट्स, ठीक आहे, आणि तेवढं फंडिंग अवेलेबल आहे किंवा नाही, आणि तुम्ही ते काम सक्सेसफुली करू शकता का नाही, हा अंदाज येतो. ठीक आहे, यासाठी साईटचा अभ्यास असणं गरजेचं आहे. आणि टेंडर भरायच्या आधी हे गोष्टी तुम्ही जरूर करा. फक्त ब्लाइंडली टेंडर ओपन झालं म्हणून कुठलं टेंडर भरायचं, दॅट इज नॉट द गुड वे, और दॅट इज नॉट द करेक्ट वे. त्या केसमध्ये तुम्ही स्वतःला ट्रबल करून घेताल. कारण काही काही केसेसमध्ये काही काही ठिकाणी खूप क्रिटिकल काम असतात. ठीक आहे, मे बी तिथं लोकल लाईटचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे, लोक जागा देण्यासाठी तयार होत नाहीत इझिली. ठीक आहे, सरकारचं काम आहे, रोड कन्स्ट्रक्शन आहे, सपोज जागा जाते, प्रत्येक एखाद्या किंवा एखाद्या रेल्वे लाईनचं काम आहे, शेतीतून जात आहे, तर त्या शेतकऱ्याची काही जमीन जाते, त्यामध्ये काही इंच जमीन जात असेल तरी पण लोक तयार होत नाही. मग अशा केसमध्ये तुम्ही ती कंडिशन हँडल करू शकता का? ठीक आहे, यासाठी त्या साईटचा अभ्यास असणं खूप गरजेची गोष्ट आहे. त्यामुळे भविष्यामध्ये लक्षात ठेवा, ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही टेंडर भरायला जाताल, वॉट एव्हर द टेंडर विच यू आर गोइंग टू फिल और यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन, ठीक आहे, ते टेंडर भरण्यापूर्वी कमीत कमी ते काय काम आहे आणि ते काम आपण इझिली करू शकतो का, सक्सेसफुली करू शकतो का, ते क्वालिटी देऊन, हे खूप महत्वाचं आहे. अदरवाईज काय होतंय, बऱ्याचशा वेळेस तुम्हाला काम मिळतं सुद्धा, ठीक आहे, परंतु ती क्वालिटी तुम्हाला अचीव करता येत नाही, कारण तिथे लोकल लाईटचा काहीतरी प्रॉब्लेम तुम्ही फेस करत होतात, कुठेतरी मटेरियल अवेलेबिलिटीचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे म्हणून काहीतरी ऍडजस्टमेंट केले. मग अशा प्रकारे जर तुम्ही काम करताल तर तिथे क्वालिटी तुमची खराब होणार आहे, आणि एकदा तुमची क्वालिटी खराब झाली तर तुमचं मार्केटमधलं रेप्युटेशन हे खूप खराब होतं. ठीक आहे, आणि मार्केटमधलं रेप्युटेशन आपल्या फील्डमध्ये खूप मॅन्डेटरी. ठीक आहे, you should have, you must have, I say not should, you must have a good reputation in the market as far as your work is considered. Okay, civil engineering field मध्ये, then and then only the client is interested to approach you, they are interested to purchase your plots or your, it may be your flats, whatever you have constructed, if you are having the good reputation in the market. And it's not the job of a single day, single night, एका रात्रीतून तुमचं सगळे लोक तुमच्याकडे येणार असं होणार नाही. ठीक आहे, यू हॅव टू शो द क्वालिटी इन युअर वर्क, यू हॅव टू शो द प्रिसाइज वर्क टू द पर्टिक्युलर कस्टमर or to the client. Okay, so before filling the tender, the period of availability हा एक त्यासाठीच पार्ट दिलेला असतो. ठीक आहे, मग या केसमध्ये काय करू शकता, नाही सर मला चेन्नईला तर मी जाऊ शकत नाही, सपोज मला चेन्नईचं काम घ्यायचं आहे. ठीक आहे, माझ्याकडे सोर्सेस सुद्धा अवेलेबल आहेत, माझ्याकडे सर्व काही गोष्टी अवेलेबल आहेत, परंतु मी महाराष्ट्रात राहून चेन्नईमध्ये जाऊ शकत नाहीये. ठीक आहे, सपोज आताची पॅन्डेमिक सिच्युएशन जर कन्सिडर करता, तर मग या केसमध्ये तुम्ही काय करू शकता, तर या केसमध्ये जाऊन, या केसमध्ये तुम्ही ज्या डिपार्टमेंटने हे काम इन्व्हाइट केलेलं आहे त्या डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये जाऊन तुम्ही त्या कामाचे डिटेल्स बघू शकता. ठीक आहे, मागवू शकता. की हे काम कसं असणार आहे, काय असणार आहे, काय एक्सपेक्टेशन्स आहेत. ठीक आहे, आपल्याला कुठला प्रॉब्लेम फेस करता येऊ शकतो, मग तिथे तुमचे लोकल कॉन्टॅक्ट्स कशा प्रकारे आहेत. ठीक आहे, सो दॅट विल हेल्प यू. Okay, that will help you. So please be ditto on this front as far as this period of availability for the tender document is considered. You have to utilize this period in a very nice way. Okay, you can study, make a detailed study of the project in this particular span. Hmm? Then cost of the tender document. Okay, हे पण मेन्शन केलेली असते तुमच्या टेंडरमध्ये. त्या टेंडर डॉक्युमेंटची कॉस्ट किती आहे. आता ही कॉस्ट 4 ते 5 प्रकारे असते. ठीक आहे, पहिली असते टेंडर फॉर्म फी, म्हणजे ज्या कामासाठी तुम्ही टेंडर फॉर्म भरणार आहात. ठीक आहे, टेंडर भरणार आहात, तर टेंडर भरण्यासाठी तुम्हाला एक फॉर्म फिलअप करावा लागतो. ठीक आहे, मग त्या टेंडर फॉर्मची फीस किती आहे, ती जनरली 100, 200, 500 रुपयाच्या आसपास असते. ठीक आहे, ती फॉर्मची फीस झाली, टेंडर फॉर्म फीस. नेक्स्ट इज नथिंग बट आफ्टर टेंडर फॉर्म फीस यू आर हॅव्हिंग द अर्नेस्ट मनी डिपॉझिट टू बी पेड. ठीक आहे, त्या पर्टिक्युलर वर्कसाठी ईएमडी किती असते, शक्यतो प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्टच्या 1% ही तुमची ईएमडी असते. ठीक आहे, प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्टच्या 1%. ठीक आहे, अर्नेस्ट मनी डिपॉझिट. आता हे ईएमडी म्हणजे नेमकं काय आहे, आपल्या पुढच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण ते जरूर स्टडी करणार आहोत. ठीक आहे, देन सिक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट, एसडी म्हटलं जातं. ठीक आहे, सिक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट किती पर्सेंट आहे, 2%, 5%, 10% असतं सिक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट. सिक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट या शब्दाचा अर्थ काय होतो, अगेन वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इन आवर अपकमिंग लेक्चर. सो हे पण तुम्हाला गोष्ट बघावी लागते. टाइम ऑफ कम्प्लिशन अँड टाइप ऑफ कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट, कुठल्या कॅटेगरीचं कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आहे, पर्सेंटेज रेट कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आहे का आयटम रेट कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आहे. बेसिकली हे 2 कॅटेगरी आपण महाराष्ट्रात खूप जास्त तुम्हाला बघायला भेटतील. तसे खूप साऱ्या कॅटेगरीज येतात कॉन्ट्रॅक्टच्या. आपल्याला या चॅप्टरमध्ये ते पार्ट स्टडी करायचे, टाइप्स ऑफ कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट. ठीक आहे, पर्सेंटेज कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट, आयटम रेट कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट, किंवा कॉस्ट प्लस पर्सेंटेज, कॉस्ट प्लस फिक्स पर्सेंटेज. ठीक आहे, कॉस्ट प्लस स्लायडिंग रेट. ओके, किंवा इतर कुठले जे कॅटेगरीज आहेत टेंडर्सच्या. सो टाइम ऑफ कम्प्लिशन फॉर दॅट प्रोजेक्ट आणि टाइप ऑफ कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट, कुठल्या प्रकारचं कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आहे, अर्नेस्ट मनी डिपॉझिट, डेट, टाइम अँड प्लेस ऑफ ओपनिंग ऑफ द टेंडर. टेंडर कोणत्या तारखेला, किती वाजता आणि कुठे ओपन होणार आहे. डेट, टाइम अँड प्लेस ऑफ ओपनिंग ऑफ द टेंडर, दॅट इज ऑल्सो बीन देअर. डेझिग्नेशन ऑफ द ऑफिसर ओपनिंग द टेंडर. ठीक आहे, नेमकं टेंडर ओपन कोण करणार आहे. बेसिकली मी जसं सांगितलं, एक्झिक्युटिव्ह इंजिनियर किंवा त्यावरची ऑथॉरिटी. नॉर्मल केसमध्ये किंवा तुम्हाला बहुतांशी टेंडर्समध्ये हाच पार्ट बघायला भेटेल. ठीक आहे, सो only these people can open the tenders. Okay, as far as my knowledge is considered. Okay, so designation of the officer ते सुद्धा मेन्शन केलेलं असतं टेंडर मध्ये. My voice is audible? Hello? 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 What problem is there? Okay. Okay. Before proceeding further, one instruction that I am going to give it to you. Okay, so from onwards, please please join the meeting with your roll number and the name. Okay, and your name basically, and don't left the meeting midway between that. If any internet problem is there, I can consider, but every after 5 minutes, 10 minutes you are leaving the meeting. There is no need to leave the meeting. Okay, so don't do that, because every time we have to admit, then we have to admit you. Okay, now that whatever decision which was taken and whatever the decided, we are following the same. So please don't leave the meetings midway between that. Okay, otherwise every time we have to admit everyone. Okay, and that creates somewhat disturbance also. Okay, so coming back to the point, now you are familiar what are the things which are been there in your tender notice. Okay, name of the department, nature of the work and location, then designation of the officer who is inviting the tender, date and time of the receipt of the tender, period of availability for filling up the tender, cost of the tender document, time of completion and type of the contract, EMD, then date, time and place of opening of the tenders, and designation of the officer who are opening the tender. Okay, then next is nothing but uh, information to be given in the tender document. Okay, now what information you are going to observe in that particular tender document. Okay, that you have to input. Okay, that information you need to consider. Okay, first is nothing but the general conditions of the tender. Second one, schedule of the items of the work with clear specifications and special conditions. Okay, so whatever the tender document which are been there. Okay, so in that tender document general conditions are should be there for that particular tender, schedule of the items of the work with clear specifications and the special conditions if it is applicable, that you have to mention in that particular tender document. Okay, so in the tender document, now what things you are going to input. Okay, now up till now you are gone through the what tender document is there or tender notice is there. ठीक आहे, नेमकं टेंडर नोटीस म्हणजे काय किंवा त्यामध्ये काय काय असतं हे तुम्ही बघितलेलं आहे. ठीक आहे, आता आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, हा जो टेंडर नोटीस जी निघालेली होती तर हे टेंडर फॉर्म सोबत काय काय गोष्टी असल्या पाहिजेत. ठीक आहे, टेंडर फॉर्म सोबत काय काय गोष्टी तुम्हाला सबमिट कराव्या लागतात. ठीक आहे, त्या गोष्टींचा आता आपण अभ्यास करणार आहोत. ओके, सो दॅट इज नथिंग बट द डॉक्युमेंट्स दॅट आर रिक्वायर्ड along with that particular tenders or we can call it as a टेंडर डॉक्युमेंट्स. आपल्या जे प्रिव्हियस स्लाइड मध्ये जे तुम्ही बघितलंय. ठीक आहे, इन्फॉर्मेशन टू बी गिवन इन द टेंडर डॉक्युमेंट, जनरल कंडिशन्स ऑफ द टेंडर, शेड्यूल ऑफ आयटम्स ऑफ द वर्क विथ क्लिअर स्पेसिफिकेशन्स अँड स्पेशल कंडिशन्स. आणि नेमकं कुठल्या कुठल्या गोष्टी आपण इन्क्लूड करतो त्यामध्ये. ठीक आहे, ते आता आपण स्टडी करणार आहोत. ठीक आहे, वन बाय वन वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी. बट बिफोर दॅट वन मोर इन्स्ट्रक्शन. Only 2 minutes are left to conclude this session. So if the session ends in 2 minutes, please rejoin the session using the same link and please rejoin fast. Okay, if you rejoin fast, it will curtail down our time. Okay, we'll get maximum time. Okay, the 10 minutes extra we are getting if you rejoin very fast. Otherwise, first 10 to at least 20 minutes we are wasting in just joining up the students. Okay, that should not happen with your case. Please rejoin the session instantly or immediately. Okay, so coming back to the point on what documents we require. Okay, the notice inviting the tender in a specified form like PWD6, that is nothing but one of the format or one of the form of the tender. Okay, PWD6 is there. Different government agencies or different government departments are having their own form. Okay, so notice inviting the tender. First is nothing but your NIT, that is notice inviting tender. Okay, that advertisement you have to submit it. Okay, then layout plan and location of the work. What the tender documents are there? Layout plan and location of the work. Once again, I'm repeating the same instruction. Less than 1 minute is left to conclude this session. So if the meeting ends within few seconds, please rejoin the meeting immediately. Please rejoin the meeting immediately. So coming back to the point, layout plan and location of the work. Then division in which the location is situated, schedule of quantities of the work, nearest roadway or railway link, set of drawings which includes your working drawing,